what is the real advantage of having REIT over real estate? I'm sure there are at least a few disadvantages of REIT. What are they?
Yeah, so REIT has several advantages, and I would want to elaborate on each one of them. One is diversification. So, like I told you before, REITs do, when we buy an REIT, we get exposure to properties in Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, Goa, Delhi, Chennai, and prime properties, all these places. Also, it doesn't end here. You can actually get exposure to global properties. So, property in Manhattan can also be a part of an REIT, and you can sit in India and absolutely be a part of these properties also. And not just real estate, but also you can REITs do have, like I said, hotels. They have malls. You can be part of malls. You can be they can have even hospitals as part of it nowadays. The most upcoming thing is about the warehouses that are there. So whichever asset can generate a free cash flow and can generate regular income can also be a part of this REIT. So sitting in India, sitting in Pune, we can obviously own few properties or be a part of these properties globally and make sure that they make sense to our investments also.
Brilliant. So geographic diversification, which otherwise would be very difficult to manage or even get to know, right? And the second part is not just commercial real estate or home real estate, residential real estate, but hospitals. Wow. I mean, that's phenomenal. Warehousing is just amazing.
There are a few more advantages also, which need to be, which one has to note actually. One is that they are well regulated. A lot of time you go to, you have seen that real estate investments go in the opposite direction, builders run away, things like that. So when these are regulated and established properties, you don't really have to worry whether they are on, they are going to come up or no. So these are major challenges when you directly buy a physical real estate and when you buy it through REITs. Also, these have all the REITs have long-term lease, especially the embassy one. Their lease is for 9 years, so they have long-term customers. All MNC, well diversified between IT, IT, then pharma, then banking. So spread across various sectors also. So that allows me that helps me, that gives me a confidence that I don't have to look out for the tenant or anybody, or have to keep renewing the lease, which is like the biggest problem when you do it yourself. So here it is well regulated, well diversified. Again, you don't have to worry about lease. The best thing is you don't even need a large chunk of money to buy it. So you could just do every month you could buy, say, worth 1 lakh, 5 lakh, or whatever your capacity is. So this way you don't have to worry about getting a big sum together and then going ahead and buying the property.
So I know you're saying you could invest about 1 lakh, 5 lakh, and you can do a SIP of it. But what is the minimum amount that you can put in?
So it's like now the embassy REIT trades somewhere around 388. So it's like buying one share of 300 worth 388. So you could buy as low as 388 rupees. But I mean, real estate, if it's a part of your portfolio, definitely REITs are the way to go forward in terms of simplification, in terms of documentation, in terms of transparency, in terms of liquidity, in terms of diversification. So I mean, regulation. I mean, these are when you put big money. Normally, if you buy a house or a property, it's about 1 crore rupees or 50 lakh rupees. So this is like best thing, when you put 50 lakh rupees, you have all the kind of assurances, and that's why REITs are very popular globally. In India, we are habitual to go and hunt for properties, and we have that. I don't know, but maybe we feel very confident about doing it. But I think this is the safest way of getting exposure to real estate, and most transparent.
You've covered advantages of REIT over real estate. I'm sure there are at least a few disadvantages of REIT. What are they?
Yeah, you're right. There are going to be few disadvantages. The ones that I think are very important is you physically don't own any of the properties. So tomorrow, if you had to start any business, you'll actually have to go and buy out a real estate, and convert these units into physical real estate. And second thing is it cannot be bought on leverage. If you see in India, most of the properties are bought, on loans and EMIs and things like that. So definitely these REITs cannot be bought from the point of view of leverage.